And we're here with the big man boost of our own Adam Marr is our guy. Right? You like that transition?
That was fantastic.
That's good stuff. That's going in the tweet. That is always like a few seconds late before we go live because God knows I'm doing other things. Logged into the DraftKings account this time around. That's what we did for our show prep because that's who we are brought by, and that's what we're getting into with, I think, a show history once again. Congrats to you, fellow viewer. Adam is a first-time guest. Not first to this network. He does a lot of things. I'm not a title guy, I've decided, Adam.
Me neither.
We're not going to get into... Good. I love that. You frankly do too many things to be... That's the thing about titles. You do so many things, and then you're just going to be defined by one little nameplate. No, we don't believe in that. He's our big man boost, though. And just like Justin yesterday, all college hoops all the time, all NBA all the time because I'm jonesing for the NHL. I actually miss the NHL. It's the first time in my life I think I've said that. Adam,
look at the hater. Do we have a hater in the chat already?
Wow.
Who's this? Ryan Kenigsberg is he's really being a hater in the chat.
Must be a first time listener.
Must be.
Thanks for tuning in, Ryan. We love the support. Yeah, now let's put some context into what Ryan's saying, though, because we've talked about it before. You sometimes have said you feel like you are the mark.
Sometimes.
Right.
I'm not going to lie. So you just mentioned, first of all, is it big man boost or big man boost? The emphasis really changes the meaning on this quite a bit.
Right. But to me, it's a big man boost.
So DraftKings does this. The boost tonight is you get these great odds on a Jokic triple-double. It's like twice as good odds. I think it's like plus 250 or something. Now, here's the thing. Do I think Jokic is going to get a triple-double tonight? I don't know. I don't think so. But are those odds too sweet for me to pass up? I think so. I'm in on it. So not to steal the thunder, but that's just when I was trying to figure out what a big man boost is.
Right.
That's where I went.
Fair enough. Okay. I like it. I think we're going to get you off the schneid, Adam. I think between Yaya's draft big board, which resulted in a 2-1 night for your guy last night, Giddey and Clay barely cleared both of those. You love to see it. And the Bulls covered the spread, Yaya. The Bulls covered the spread. Bulls were big home dogs last night against the Suns. Stupid Suns still won, but this close, Adam.
You know what? That was a game that it sucks to be a bettor on because that went exactly. If you took the Suns to blow them out, that's what happened. The Bulls came back in the final seconds at garbage time. It was not as close. It was a 3-point game. It was never close. So that was a bad beat.
That's why my wife hates the end of NBA games.
So true. That was especially bad.
Fictitious minutes. All right, let's get to this big board, and I will. Wow, all the homies in the chat today. You love to see that. Of course, I'm speaking of Austin Novak.
Yeah,
I'm not familiar with this Weedham fellow, but again, thank you for collaborating. Not even wearing one of Eric's shirts today. That's a rarity for me. Okay, come on. Too much nonsense. Big board time.
What do we got?
All right, we've got Sixers money line taking on the Suns. Yaya's become a big fade the Suns guy. What's going on here? Obviously, second one of a back-to-back, but
man,
Sixers at minus 120. Is this some East Coast bias right here?
It might be
nonsense, Adam.
Here's the one thing I'll say. You did mention it is a back-to-back. This is a tough game, obviously, for Phoenix. Like, they beat up on the bad teams. They beat up on good teams, too. They're the best team in the NBA.
Yeah, right.
Second night of a back-to-back. But here's the kicker, though. This one is so hard for me. It's trade season.
Yeah.
We're 36 hours away from the trade deadline. And guess what? The Sixers, right in the middle of all of this. So imagine what a distraction that is. To me, that game, I would almost say more of a stay away. If I was picking this in a vacuum, I'd say I like that. Sixers, minus 120. I like that. Take it. But given the weird circumstances, I'm a little bit more nervous about it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I like that. Then we have Knicks, Nuggets, first quarter under, a classic. I think that'll be one of the top picks for us on this episode. Josh Richardson, a little in our bag here, Yaya. Over 1.5 assists. Julius Randle, we call him one of the thick knights of the round table here. Of course, our thick king, Nikola Jokic, leads the way. But Julius against the Nuggets, over 10.5 rebounds. Rumor had it around the office, the Knicks short of a lot of bigs themselves. Jaren Jackson Jr., over 1.5 threes. The big man for Memphis. He can crank it from deep. Okay. Jokic over 24.5. Nugs Munder. But this is the way it's phrased. We are taking the Knicks under 100 points. That's what that means.
Right.
And Jokic over 12.5 rebounds, which again, with a lack of depth among the Knicks bigs, feels good. Also, we were talking about Cousins not in this one.
Right. Right.
Taking a break potentially between 10-day contracts because, again, trade season. So
Jokic rebound bets probably hit 90% of the time. They keep raising it up and up. So what was that, 12.5? Come on.
12.5, are you very modest.
My only concern when I see that is, will the Nuggets be up too much? Which, no, they will not, because once again,
that doesn't happen.
Trade season, very distracting. Games are going to be closer than people expect.
I like that. Okay, beautiful. There's your first pick. I will take... Oh, man.
Wait, what was that his first pick?
The Jokic
rebounds.
boards. And
it's always the safest bet.
Is Nuggets Munder. The Munder's a good bet here against the Knicks. It's the Thibs team.
Munders are tough. I mean, I don't know if you've seen Denver. Not great defensively lately.
No, it hasn't been the best.
A bit of a struggle.
I know, it hasn't been the best.
But the Knicks are on the toughest back-to-back in the association, the Utah-Denver back-to-back. Yeah. So they're going to be pretty tired. They also, by the way, talk about trade distraction. That's a team that could, at any moment, completely blown up.
Wow. That's more fascinating than any of these picks. That's why they love it. Okay. Give me Jokic points. I'll take Jokic points. That's pretty safe too. And 24.5, fairly modest.
Okay.
And you know what? I'll make my picks thick on this one and go Julius Randle over 10.5 rebounds.
Okay. You make your picks thick. I like it.
Yeah. Snake draft. So I got back-to-back picks. Now you will get back-to-back picks to close this out.
Man, this is really tough here. This is really tough. I think I might like Jaren Jackson Jr.'s three-pointers.
Damn it, that was going to be my next one.
Because they do have some bigs that they don't like to step out. So I do think he'll get an opportunity to shoot some of those. I'll take that one.
I'm taking on the Clips tonight.
Okay. And then where do I go here, man? This last one is really tough.
I know.
Nuggets first quarter. You know what? I'm going to take it. First quarter under 56.5. It seems reckless. It seems whatever, but I could see it. Denver, I think, scores 30. I wouldn't be surprised if the Knicks really struggle in this one. So I'm going to take it.
Especially early altitude.
Yeah. I like it. Those are my picks. Those are my bets.
Sold me on that pick. Yeah. What was the thinking on this Josh Richardson bet? You want to provide a little more context? Because what I've got left is the Munder, Josh Richardson, or that Sixers pick that we really opened the big board talk by shitting all over for a couple minutes. So what you thinking here, Josh Richardson? You want to make a case?
Well, Adam was saying it's trade season.
Yeah.
To increase his trade value, right?
Well.
Double-edged sword.
His phone is, his name is being floated around out there. People are kind of looking at him. He might try to get in his bag a little bit tonight. 2 days before the trade deadline.
Okay.
All right.
I hear it. That's the thinking. I'm going off the board. Once in a while, we're allowed to do this. Give me.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's correct.
I didn't realize these rules.
Give me the Suns as road dogs. I will fade that Sixers
pick. Look at that.
And we can revisit tomorrow and see what an idiot I was.
I hate how good the Suns are, man. I
know
how good they are.
I know. Yeah, minus 105 on that Suns ML.
Eric complaining I didn't take Jokic rebounds. I took it first. It was the first pick, Eric. Keep up. Come on now, Betty.
Man, it happens with people in the chat, but with a dear friend like that, it hurts that really much more. Shame on you, Mr. D-Line. Shame on you. Shame on no one, though, if you bet at the number one king of sportsbook, DraftKings. They are the best, and I can hear myself, so this DraftKings Sportsbook read will be twice as nice in your ears. As we talked about, big man boost, Jokic to get a triple-double, absurd amount of bets and fun that can be had with everything coming up with the big game. We're calling it the Supreme Cup 56 around these parts because that's how we like to do it. So yeah, DraftKings Sportsbook, nothing but endless great deals there. And now, if you're a new user, Hank, what is it? Bet $1 to win 256. There you go. Boom. 256. Do you do your own reads on your show?
No, of course
you
not.
don't. Okay. I was gonna say we could do a read off because I don't know exactly how to do it. Ryan will let me riff, and then he jumps in for the legal egos that we need here. So yeah, I'm gonna count on you there because I do know that if you could use code DNVR as a first-time user, they'll match that first deposit bonus up to $1,000. Incredible deal on top of all the other stuff I just talked about. Only caveat, only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older. Colorado only. Bonus comprised of a first deposit bonus and a first bet match, each up to $500. Deposit bonus requires 25 times playthrough. Restrictions do apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700. There you go. Beautiful. Okay, Adam, we're gonna take advantage of having you here, not take advantage of you. Okay. Subtle but important difference, I think, and get into some NBA future / awards. And let's just start from the juiciest of all. I thought the Goaties should have had bet of the year, and last year the bet of the year would have been Nikola Jokic. MVP, second shortest odds to win the award this year at plus 300. Joel Embiid, plus 200, the only one that sits ahead of him. How are you handicapping this race?
So give me those odds again. It's just Embiid,
okay, 200, Yoke plus 300.
So there's two things. If you look at it, I honestly think it's obviously a four-person race in my opinion. Steph Curry, and then you got the three bigs: Giannis, Embiid, Jokic. Here's the thing about Embiid.
I think a little juice for Ja, a little late momentum for Ja.
I would be awfully surprised, and the reason is they went like 11-0 without him. Like that's a really, a really tough sell. I mean, he's really good. I think this is the year where he is in the running for it, so that it sets up future years where it's like, okay, he can be in it.
Right.
So top 3 or 4 finish. Mm-hmm. Here's the thing with Embiid, because Embiid, they might have the 1 seed when it's all said and done, and that factors in so much more than having the
East
greatest
open, right.
box plus minus PER anything of all time. Having the number 1 seed for some reason trumps it. But if they get James Harden, I think two things are possible. One, they get James Harden, and maybe that diminishes, the value a little bit. Maybe there's even like a little getting to know you period that makes that diminishes them. So I think that could hurt Embiid. And the other thing is, Embiid hasn't really been hurt yet this year. Knock on wood. Exactly. I'm not rooting for it, but let's just be honest. Let's go to history. Not always going to be the case. So I actually still like Jokic's odds at plus 300. I still think it's like sneaky good chance that breaks for Denver, where they're the 5 seed. His numbers are historic. Everybody's shocked by what they've done. I still think Jokic has good value.
All right, I'm with it. I'm still parlaying it with other absurd futures. This isn't a good bet, but we were talking about it, Justin and I, yesterday, unrelated. Evan Mobley, what an insane season that guy's having as a rookie.
He's so good, man. He's gonna be a problem.
Most impactful defensive rookie since Duncan 98?
No way. I mean, you got Luka. That's just very recently.
Defensively.
Oh, defensively? Man, I mean, I'd have to go through and look at the list of them, but I mean, he's pretty dominant, and it's defense is like you have to think it, and he already is there. Like he's a very smart defensive player as well, so he's going to be a new Anthony Davis type,
right? And maybe not a soft,
not so soft.
Coach of the year, we have Monty Williams as the favorite. JB Bickerstaff plus 320, Billy Donovan plus 620. Jenkins, Spo.
Man, This is interesting. I kind of like the value on Jenkins. It's so low that it makes me think that it's like something crazy. Monty Williams probably wins it just because they're going to have the best record by so much. The Suns will. So he'll probably win it. And it's kind of like, that's like the default. I'm telling you, all these awards are so lame. Like you go to the easiest narrative. So it's like, well, they had the best record. Taylor Jenkins, here's the one thing I'll say. Memphis has like a top 5 easiest schedule rest of the way. So there's a chance that they are a 2 seed when it's all said and done, or maybe a 3 seed, but close to a 2 seed, and nobody saw that coming. Did people see the Suns being a 1 seed? Of course they did. That was a prediction.
Yep.
Did they see the Memphis Grizzlies being right there, you know, as a top 2-ish seed? Yeah. No way. So I like him. Personally, if I had a vote, I probably would vote for him.
Shit. Okay. I like that a lot. That's plus 650.
Yeah.
So really nice value there. 6th man of the year. Tyler Hero running away with that. And defensive player, could that actually be an award? Basically, Rudy and Draymond neck and neck. Giannis plus 650, Jaren Jackson plus 800. After that, everyone's in the plus 1,000s and up.
Man, that's a wild one. That's a real wild one because Gobert's missed a decent amount of time. If he misses any more time, it starts to add up. Draymond's missed an enormous amount of time.
Yes, right.
So I'm surprised they're such heavy favorites.
I know.
One more injury, and those guys are going to have like 15 games missed, which is kind of starting to get up there.
Like Thibault plus 4,000, Evan Mobley plus 3,000.
Man.
Bridges plus 2,000.
This late in the season, I just don't feel like a dark horse that low sneaks up. But maybe they should.
So then Giannis?
I'll tell you what. I'll say Draymond comes back with that Warriors team and they just go on an enormous run. He probably locks it up.
Right. Okay. That's another great value at plus 170. Let's go to actual team futures. I want to see if
this section's going to be gross.
Any division winners that might actually be intriguing here. No, we'll go straight to conference and championship. And I think no one likes the Suns, but plus 450 as the second.
That really is plus 450?
Yes, the second shortest odds. Brooklyn's still the shortest odds.
What?
Yeah.
This is crazy to me. Are you kidding me? Like, Phoenix was, 10 losses on the entire season?
It's
10
absurd.
losses?
2 of them coming like...
I would take Phoenix in a heartbeat. I hate to say this. This is
of
gross.
Course,
this is what the show is? What did you bring me on to do? Phoenix at plus 450 is insane value. They are clearly the most complete team in the NBA. Do they have the highest peak, like individually? Maybe not, but it doesn't matter. We have now like a 200-game sample size with this group, and they keep winning. So to me, their title chances should probably be higher.
I guess you're you're emotionally hedging because, like, let's face it, we don't love those guys. And you're, much like the Embiid MVP thing, there's something to be said, like, have we ever seen Chris Paul end up postseason, like, not at his peak because no one's 100% at the end of the postseason run, but, like...
Even close.
Right. To where it wasn't an issue.
I will say Golden State's odds are really intriguing. Milwaukee, I saw Brooklyn at plus 300 is the worst bet on the table,
absurd.
I think that's an insane bet. They have one player that's just like not playing for them right now because he wants to be traded. You got another one that can only play in the row. Come on, man. That's an insane bet to me.
Yeah, I mean, and then it's like, who else? It's kind
of Joe Harris who's injured. Like that's a crazy bet to me.
It's the first year in a grip where it's like Eastern heavy. And it's just because, but none of those guys are real contenders out east to actually win it all, right? Yeah. Unless it's Milwaukee.
76ers plus 1,400 is kind of interesting, too, just because you're betting on maybe they get James Harden.
Maybe they get Harden, right. That bet you might just get a buyout in like 2 days if you place that.
Yeah, you might.
Yeah.
I might do that. I can't bet on those, though, Dre. I just don't have it in me. I can't do it.
Oh, I thought because you were a voter or something. You don't have it in you. We respect you for that, Adam.
I just can't do it.
We respect the hell out of you for that. Eastern Conference. Nets plus 170 to win the East.
Fade it. No way.
Who wins the East? You said Philly potentially plus
Miami,
475.
I honest to God like Miami, Philadelphia, and Milwaukee all better than Brooklyn to win the East.
And that kind of sets up to where that's almost one of those you sprinkle all three, you're guaranteed a profit if one of the three
I would take it.
wins that, which is nice. Out west, on the other hand, Suns plus 200. You are still getting plus value
That's
here.
crazy. It's a tough one.
Do the Warriors concern you at plus 220?
Of course. I think
Sure.
I think those are by far the two best teams and most prepared for the playoffs. Again, assuming Draymond comes back. It's an interesting matchup, those two, if they get into it. I think that's a 7-game series if they were to play it. Everybody else, a distant third, in my opinion, at the moment.
There you go. Adam Mars.
Yeah, big threes as well.
Oh, and our big 3 graphics off our big boards.
Okay.
You know, maybe I agree with your wife that doesn't really look like you.
Thank you.
Maybe Eric did you dirty on
he
that
did.
one.
He definitely did.
He's a bastard. Okay. Jokic over 12.5 rebounds. Best bet in the world. So much so that Adam's getting flack for not picking it despite making it the first pick of our actual big board. Jaren Jackson Jr. Triple J over 1.5 threes.
Yeah.
And then the under in the first quarter. The Nuggets games, I have Jokic over points, and Julius Randle over rebounds, and the Suns money line fading my guy. Yeah, we will see how that works out for us. I actually am going to jump in on some of these futures you just gave us. I don't think you were a mark on this one. I think you gave out some solid bets, and I thank you for being on here. Get your big man boosts in.
Big man boosts.
Yeah. Yes. The more you switch it up, the more uncomfortable I get. But yes, whatever he said. Best of luck to your bets, and go Nuggets, everyone.
Go Nuggets.